Hello, and thank you so much for once again enduring my explanation of BotWars-C. We are pretty much at MVP beta release status, and I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to play. And hopefully you find it fun, rewarding, and win lots of ETH. I'm also going to develop this for Sol, but currently ETH on the base chain is my easiest route to just to get started. So anyway, when you get here, here's the home page. You're just gonna go ahead and click play now, and you'll see there is a chart created for the afternoon. I'm going to be creating these at specific times. I'll let people know when and where to sign up. This one we have 10 minutes still to enter. You'll see like a countdown when the actual launch time is. I cut the entry 5 minutes before so that we can make sure everybody's data is available. This is how many people are actually playing and how many available slots there are. This is the name of the chart. So this is a choppy style chart. There's gonna be different charts that we're gonna train different style robots to use. There's some news that was released that kind of affects the data, etc. And this is, more for fun. They have an effect on the NPCs that generate the chart, but once you dial in your robot, it won't really matter. You can kind of read through the news here. So this is like basically the chart preview. The first thing you're going to want to do, you don't have to do this. You could watch a game, etc. But if you want to participate, you'll have to connect your wallet. You can sign in with MetaMask. I also have a YOLO mode where you can just copy paste your wallet address. I allow you to do that 5 times with that address without signing in. But I prefer you sign in because that will prevent your wallet from being used. It's possible you could win, but I want you to have control over your wallet. If someone else gains the address and plugs it in here and gives you a crappy bot for the settings, you won't be able to play because once your bot is locked in, that's that. So first thing you do, sign in with MetaMask. I'm not going to show you guys my password. And we're back. Okay, so I am doing this from my local host, but obviously this will be live. You sign in, here's your wallet, here's your nonce, all the basic data. You go ahead and click confirm, and you are signed in. You can give yourself a display name. I'm Gob. Nobody else will be able to use that one except me because I'm the creator, etc. You can also, you're allowed to play 50 games without an NFT. But at that point, I'm going to ask you also to verify with an NFT just to be kind of part of the system. There's no cost to it other than gas cost, which is like, a couple cents or whatever it is on that particular day. So you can see I'm all verified, etc., etc. So I'm going to go ahead and close this window. I'm ready to play. I'm going to click here to train my bot. So this is where you're going to actually do the fun part of the work. You kind of look at the chart, you look at your equity curve, and you can basically adjust your bot parameters to adjust and maximize your P&L. Basically, that's the whole concept. You have different types of robots that will give you different types of algorithms to follow. Some are better than others. The mean reverter works pretty well. Scalper looks kind of like pretty blank on here. Kind of a flat line. So anyway, each one has kind of its own algorithm that it adheres to, and then you can adjust those parameters here to kind of dial it into whatever you're trying to do. So obviously, Stormbot doesn't work too well here. It might on a different type of graph, but not this particular one. So I'm gonna go back to the mean reverter, toggle these a little bit until I'm in the positive, and then start, adjusting these other parameters. So there's little explanations of what each parameter does. I'm not going to get into that just yet. There's going to be an info modal that will show you actually the algorithms and what these actually do. But for now, I just suggest kind of playing around and futzing with them until it looks like your P&L is pretty good. At that point, you can train it a little bit or optimize. So I'll actually cycle through the steps and start trying to improve your model for you. You can see we made a decent improvement. With 50 steps of training, and you can squeeze a little bit more if you hit it again or up your training steps. It doesn't always find more optimization than what you did, but it's a good idea to at least run it once or twice just to see what's going on. There's some other options like random seed in your training so that it starts from a particular place over and over. I like to leave that as a stochastic or random variable, just to make sure we start from different places and actually get real optimization. So once you kind of dialed in your bot, decided that's your final P&L is good enough, you go ahead and enter your bot in the competition, and we call it lock in your bot. These dialogues won't be here in the real deal live version. That's just for me to debug. It has the information about the contest, how many people entered, your bot configuration, and then your verification status. So we're all good. We're good to go. Again, if you haven't got an NFT, you're going to have 50 free games. Or not free, but you have 50 games before I require you to have one just to be locked in as a real person. And then I have one more layer when you actually go to lock it in. I require you to do a little bit of proof of work. I don't want to allow people to just spam this with as many bots as they can, ironically, bots, etc. So once you're locked in, you'll see that our parameter options and whatnot disappear. We just have kind of the output at this point in our P&L, et cetera, et cetera. And then from here, you can go to the game room. And then I'm going to load the game room. So this is what it looks like before the competition. You'll see game status. Game is ready. I'm actually going to change that. I should not say game ready. I should just say game pending. I don't know how that got changed. But you can see where my trades were at. This kind of matches what my P&L was before. My output in the end. My trade history. These are all the other trades that are going to happen during the game. So you can actually replay this and watch it play out. And you're going to have to do this again once everybody else is dialed in and the game actually begins or is executed, to watch where you end up in the leaderboard. So far I'm second place. Hopefully I hit first place so that I can actually get a little cash in this game. Let's see what happens. Boom, I just hit first place. That's fantastic. Game results, first place. Again, you won't know the actual position until we play against the other players, which doesn't happen until this countdown hits the correct spot. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause until we get to real gameplay. Okay, countdown has happened. If you were still in the screen and the game status went down to game pending, you're gonna want to refresh that guy. I will have executed the game on the back end, and now you'll see game played. You're gonna want to hit the replay button to watch it actually play out. And you'll see the leaderboard over here with 10 different entrants, kind of climbing up and down. I am Gob again. You can always click on a different entrance, kind of watch their trading progress, how they've done it. Or you can just watch your trades yourself. And you watch your number go up, hopefully outrank all the other players. And at the end of the game, there it is. I've won. My guy is happy. I'm in first place. I've made 6,619 base credits. And at this point, I won 1 credit, which I can redeem. You just click that guy there. And I've redeemed my credit. Redeeming credits, you can cash them in for ETH. That's the fun part. Each credit is worth a certain amount of ETH. I'll show you that in a second. So go ahead and click got it. Boom, you've redeemed your credit. You played the game and you've won, and you are that much wealthier. So now, go ahead and refresh my credits here in my wallet. So if you open up your wallet now and you go to your credits tab, go ahead and refresh your balance. You can see I have 1 credit. That credit is worth 0.000075 ETH, which is roughly 20 cents right now, something like that. At that point, if you just want to cash out, you can keep your credit, because soon the whole point is we're going to pool the credits and you can play with your credit and earn a hell of a lot more than 1 credit. Or if you just want to cash out, you had your fun, you don't want to be part of Bot Wars anymore, just go ahead and request that. And I will send that cash to you. You can cash out. That's it. It was a little bit of time, hopefully a little bit of fun programming your robot, watching it in the field. I'm probably going to make this leaderboard a little bit more interactive, maybe a little bit more fun, watching it kind of like a little horse race or something. And that will make you cheer a little harder. I don't know. This whole thing is interpretable, and I'm going to be expanding on this, adding different types of bot wars. But the whole point is that we are going to learn how to program robots using algorithms and inputs to battle each other. Hopefully, I'm going to do battles like battle royales, where you're actually battling, killing other robots, etc. Or finding treasures and mazes, all things that you program your robots to do, because in the new AI era, robots are going to be doing a lot of our work for us. Why not be able to program them and compete with each other, and throw in a little bit of cash there to make it kind of extra fun. Thank you for your time. I hope you find this fun. I'm going to be launching games sporadically, so you can either check the site or Twitter or whatever. I'm not trying to promote Twitter here, but that's probably where the best place to find out when I'm going to launch the next games, or you just go to the graph page. You'll see new charts kind of pop up here, which you can enter with your bots. Again, thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy.